Here. So this is a 1937 Royal Wilhelm trailer built in Michigan, and I got this years ago. Started restoring it and then was moving, so I wrapped it up. It's been in boat wrap. It was originally painted masonite, and the roof has been completely done. I think the sides are I've got new masonite on the sides. The roof was done and epoxied, so I like to use a little modern method with the old school. So this was going to get epoxied as well, and then painted over the epoxy. But it's masonite. Anyway, let's go inside and take a look at it. This is it's a beautiful trailer, almost finished. Now you can see you can see the detail of getting close on this, if you would, and just show the detail of the Bakelite knobs and the brass I made, and the brass hinges and brass screws and bronze screen wire on top of mahogany. I really spared no expense or detail when I started working on this, because I was building this for myself, but now it's time to let it go. So inside here are all the windows for it. There is one thing missing, and that is this outer window, the inner piece, which would be, for any metalworker guy with a stretcher shrinker, you're basically cutting a Z pattern and then just curving the corners, welding the bottom corners and then curving the upper corners, and just get it to mate the outside with the glass in. Pretty simple project. So inside, it should be pretty clean in here. I've got, all the parts are in boxes. And if you look around, you can see that it's just in fantastic condition.
Wowza.
It's actually a birch interior that was stained to look like mahogany. And so what they did from the factory is the birch was painted with a kind of I can't even think of the name, a solid stain in an orange tone, and then like an orange paint that was wiped on, and then they came back over with the mahogany stain and put it over it. So I had replaced a couple little panels in here, but all the detail had been done. This up here, I don't care if you can catch me, this is a dressing mirror. That would open up and you could put on your makeup, because God knows you can't go camping without makeup. And let's see, somewhere, I think this line right here goes up to the roof, and there was a piece of bronze screen wire up here, and that was the radio antenna. So all of that has been replaced, and cloth coated wire going up there. I've got some new wire that's new wires, but if you look, I don't know if you can look right there, and you can see the pinstriping, the gold pinstriping that's original.
That's crazy.
This thing was in near mint condition when I got it. I've got all the lights, all the parts. The one thing missing from this is when it's restored, on the outside you will have to put the new chrome trim. Because the old stuff just doesn't exist. So I'm going to come in here and over me, and this sink. It's like a train style sink. So this folds down. There's supposed to be a chain on it that holds it, and then the water comes down and goes into this. I better keep this down just for the heck of it. And then a commode sat here, which I actually have one, to replace the original. And what it was just a metal box with a toilet seat and a bucket inside. So you do your duty and then toss it. But I went back, this tile is original. It's black with kind of a yellow grout. And then it was all pinstripe. Now I redid the bathroom. I repainted this to match the original color, and then pinstriped it to match what it was originally. So 1937 with a bathroom. Back here, let's see, here's the ice box. So they took somebody took the original icebox door off. That might be here, but that's just that's a simple thing to make. And then it had a wooden door over it, just so you wouldn't see that. And I have a new replacement faucet that fits the original holes. All the detail, as you can see, this thing is just pretty as can be. Looks like there was one little area up here, but that was original, and I'm not going to tear all this stuff out and replace this panel just because of that. I did at one time went seeking and found, I could tell from the original brochures on this trailer what stove was in here, and I found that stove. It's a Coleman, I believe, 390 from 1937. So the stove is ready. The inside of this trailer is done. It just needs to be detailed. In the back here, I'm going to see if I can get back here. It has your typical dinette benches on either side. So if you look down here and you can see the table, it has a black masonite table with the mahogany looking edge. I have the original sink, and I was thinking of actually even putting in a yellow sink, but I'm not sure, that might be a little too much. I believe this is the original sink for it, which is kind of a creamy color, but it wasn't in the best of condition. But where we're going is underneath this dinette bench. You can get in here with the camera to catch this. It has a bathtub.
Holy smoke. Check that out.
And here's my little, down here was my color board I did. You can see that's where the tail lights mounted on there. And I was trying to match the original paint. That was on the outside. It would have been a glossy paint, but that was just, I think, house paint I was using to try and get the colors so that I knew I always had it. If you look up at the ceiling here, and you can see that, the beautiful, so in this room, it's wood with the painted ceiling, and you can see all the pinstriping everywhere. In this room, it's all yellow with the tile and then wood trim, and then back into the living room, it's all wood. This is the finest trailer I've ever owned. Out of the 50 or so that I've personally owned, this is it. So this thing is a jewel. I hate to sell it, but I live in Nova Scotia, and this is stored in Yuma, and it just doesn't make sense anymore. I've got a lot of stuff to get rid of. And here's the stove. Now it was missing the original stove, so I gathered this one. I think this came out of a 40s Vagabond trailer, but that's all hooked up and ready to go. So this is my 1937 Royal Wilhelm Commodore, and whoever buys this gets all my brochure collection to go with it. I've got 6 or 7 for this particular trailer, and the company as well. So the original linoleum, what I did have to do is it had shrunk away from the walls, so I went through and I cut it, and I cut in that edging of black around the edge, just try and offset it a bit, but there was a gap. I needed to do something. So what needs to be done with this trailer is the exterior finished. That's pretty much it. And then all the windows, like I said, it's missing this piece. Some of the trim is here, and others you're just going to have to get a modern trim and make do. But this is a beautiful trailer. It is not titled. There is no title, so it comes with a bill of sale. You figured out. Piece of cake in California, or probably in the state you live. So anyway, I think this trailer is 22 feet long, towed it here from Orange County, and just towed like a charm. So it's got 2 brand new tires on it, and I think I even have 2 spares to go with it. I bought some, right now it just has split rims, but in here, I think underneath, I got, I found out what the original style rims are, and those were the artillery wheels. And so I bought those to go with this. I was just going to alter it to put the clips to take hubcaps. So anyway, that's it. That's this trailer. As you can see, it's in prime condition. Really, all you got to do is just apply little details on the interior, hook up the plumbing and stuff. The electrical's all wired and everything. All the lights work. It's just finishing the outside. So whoever gets this, it's going to be an easy restoration. You better jump. It's going to go quick. See you folks. Bye.